Hey guys, this is Ashley, and I had asked on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube if you guys had any pregnancy Q&A questions, and you guys did not disappoint. You sent me tons, so I'm excited to answer them. One of the more popular questions had to do with my age. Am I nervous about being an old mom? Am I scared of people being judgmental of me being older? Am I sad about it? Is it going to bother me being around other parents who are much younger than me? And not really at all. It's not really anything I've thought about. It may be because I don't know any different besides being an older mom, but I don't know. I really look forward to it. I feel like I'm going to be a much better parent at 40 than I would have been at 20 or 30. I know a lot more. I feel a lot more grounded and assured of who I am and my path in life. And I don't know. I think it's just only benefits. Did your doctor recommend amniocentesis due to being high risk because of my age factor? She did not. She gave me the opportunity to do a maternity 21 test if I wanted to, and that checked for any kind of chromosomal abnormality. She also kind of told me when she offered that test is it's completely up to me, but if for any reason we wanted to terminate the pregnancy, that she didn't do that, and so she would refer me to another doctor. We would have never terminated the pregnancy, whatever that outcome would have been. So my doctor has been very good about being honest with me and not letting me make my own decisions, but also not pressuring me into anything. And her and I have really seen eye to eye on a lot of things. So no, she didn't suggest that. She doesn't want to do anything invasive. Maternity 21 was just a blood test, so it was really simple. And the reason we chose to go ahead and do that is it wouldn't have changed the outcome of our pregnancy at all, no matter what the results were. But it would have allowed us to prepare differently had the results came out different. And that's really what the whole reason we even had that test is we wanted to make sure that we would prepare for whatever the plan was. What am I most excited about with having a child? What am I looking forward to about being a parent and raising a child? I don't know. I look forward to everything. My husband and I have an amazing life. We've over the past 16 and a half years just built this really awesome life together. And I think the idea of sharing that with someone else really excites me. I also get really excited to watch him become his own person, to find out like his likes and dislikes and what things he gravitates to, and just experiencing life through his eyes a little bit more too. So I don't know. I look forward to all of it. I look forward to the good days, the hard days, and everything in between. And I think it's going to be really fun also to parent with my husband. He is going to be an amazing dad. So just watching that and just us coming together as a team and as a family. I mean, I look forward to every single bit of it. So I can't wait. Are we going to announce the name before we give birth? What's his name? We will announce it after he's born, and there's just a little background story about his name, so we'll just kind of tell you some of those details. Someone also asked they'd love to see a video of what names we didn't use. Well, that would be the shortest video because we had one name picked out, and that's it. We didn't really discuss any others, so spoiler, that's the video. But yeah, we'll definitely share more about his name and kind of the synchronicities and story behind it. Do you plan on trying for another baby right after we have our son? Will we try for another child? That was a popular question. I don't know. He's not here yet. We're not opposed to having more children. It really depends on what God's plan is for us, and we'll kind of decide that path after he's here. But I'm not opposed to more children. I would definitely have more kids. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Did I get to enjoy a baby shower? or a baby reveal or just shopping with everything that's going on in 2020. And yes, I had mentioned in another video that our family had thrown us a baby shower, and that was really special. I'm really glad we got to do that. I wasn't sure if it would be able to happen. I've still shopped some. I probably would have shopped more if it wasn't in the middle of a pandemic. Our baby reveal was pretty low key, which it would have been anyway. It was just our family coming over. So no, I mean, I don't feel like there are things I at the beginning felt like I got gypped because of having a baby in a pandemic, but not really overall. We've just kind of done what we probably would have done anyway. So yeah, we've still gotten to enjoy it. I don't feel like we were really stripped away of anything except that very first ultrasound, which I'm no longer bitter about, but I was there at first. What are some traditions you'll continue with baby growing up? I don't know that we have a lot of, quote, traditions. We'll just continue to do the things that we enjoy, and we'll share those with him. So we spend a lot of time together as a family, and he'll get to be a part of that. We enjoy having meals together. He'll get to be part of that. We like going camping. He'll get to be a part of that. So it's really just bringing him into things that we already enjoy as a family, but I don't know that I would call them necessarily traditions. Maybe because it's been my husband and I for so long, we didn't have like concrete traditions that you may have started if you had children earlier, but I'm sure with him coming, there'll be things that we start doing a little bit more traditional, or, traditions, so it can be memories that he gets to have as he grows up. So another question I got a lot was talking about my birth plan. Do I have one? Am I nervous about giving birth, natural or C-section, getting induced? What is my birth plan? So my ideal, and I've talked about this with my doctor from the beginning, is for everything to happen spontaneously. So that means hopefully not being induced, not having a C-section, not having an epidural. Those are all the things I've been planning for. And my doctor always wants to make sure that I'm being realistic. And so she said, if we need to do something for your safety or baby's safety, are you going to be devastated? Because I know some people have their heart set on something and it would just devastate them for it not to go that way. I think it would make me a little sad, but I'm also really open to whatever it takes for me and baby to be safe. Especially being an older mom, she is very hesitant about me going past my due date. So whatever it takes, but ideally is for everything to happen spontaneously. That's what I've been preparing for mentally and physically. So I've been reading a book. It's called Natural Hospital Birth, but I'll leave a link below. And then I've been watching YouTube channels. My favorite, and if you're pregnant, you've probably watched it too, is Bridget Taylor's Built to Birth. So I've also been watching her channel. So I've been preparing for just a spontaneous, unassisted labor. We'll see what happens. How has pregnancy been different than what I expected? I don't know what I expected exactly. I think what's been different for me is I know some women really want to be pregnant. They want that feeling. I wanted children, but I never desired to be pregnant. And so I think what's really surprised me throughout my pregnancy is how much I've enjoyed being pregnant. I've been really blessed and lucky to have a really smooth pregnancy, which that surprised me a little bit in the fact that I thought I would have tons of headaches and I haven't, and I thought I'd be super moody and I haven't been. And I've just enjoyed every step of the process as I've been pregnant. Have I felt judged for being pregnant with a pandemic going on? No, not at all. I don't think it would be fair for people to judge me for that. One, I didn't expect to be pregnant, but even for people who've planned to be pregnant, I don't think it's fair for people to judge you for that. life doesn't just stop just because there's a pandemic. So that's my view on it. I haven't felt judged. I've heard the joke a lot, quarantine baby or pandemic baby, both, but that's about it. What are my spiritual beliefs, and do I believe that this is God's divine timing in our life? And we are both Christian and we live a very faith-based life. And absolutely, we believe this is God's timing. We're not sure why now was the time He chose for us to get pregnant after all these years, but we feel it in every aspect of this pregnancy, from the moment we found out we were pregnant all the way through now. It's been time and time again, God showed us that this is His divine timing. This little boy we were chosen to be his parents. So 100%, this is completely a God thing, and we are lucky enough to get to be a part of it. Do I plan to breastfeed? Yes, that's the plan. I know sometimes plans don't always go as planned, but that's what I've been preparing for, doing research on. So absolutely, that's the plan. That's all. I feel like with pregnancy, it's always, that's the plan. We'll see what happens. But yeah, absolutely, I would love to breastfeed. What has been my favorite part of being pregnant? Honestly, I've loved all of it. Every time something's changed or I've kind of gone to like the next step of pregnancy, I've loved every moment of it. I still, every time I see myself in the mirror, I just kind of crack up laughing because it's been 9 months and it's still hard to believe that I'm pregnant, and I just like look at my body. So it's been really, I've loved everything about it. Have I eaten any unusual foods while I'm pregnant or craved any unusual foods? No, not really. I think the thing I've eaten the most of, where it's just like, this is exactly what I wanted, is watermelon. And so luckily I was pregnant all throughout summer, and I just ate a lot of watermelon. Like, I would eat the whole watermelon myself because Matt doesn't like watermelon. So that's not unusual, but that's really the only thing I craved. That, or just things that were really cold. So I would want like a popsicle, not for the popsicle part, just because I wanted something really cold. Do I plan on making videos postpartum? That's the plan. I definitely want to. I just want to continue to capture this journey, to share it with others, but also I've found through this process it's really fun to document these things, because it's things that I'm going to probably forget. I think I'm going to remember every little detail, but life is about to give us a lot more memories, and so I absolutely plan on keep making videos. Do we have baby's room already? Do we have a plan for it? Baby's room is mostly ready. There's a few decor items that I still want to add, but all the furniture and main stuff's there. His clothes are washed. They're in their drawers. It's ready for a baby, but there's still like a few things I want to do. Yeah, it's coming, which is always, I'm not one to do things months ahead of time. I'm more like, do it as I need to. So I always, anyway, the room's coming. It's looking super cute. Am I preparing meals ahead of time, doing freezer meals, so it's a little easier for us when we get back from delivery? That was the plan. That has not happened. Life has been probably a little busier than I expected it to be leading up to delivery. So no, that's not going to happen. But it's fine. I'm sure we'll figure out how to make some quick meals. And luckily I have a husband who is super involved. So one of us will cook, one of us will make sure we're holding baby. So we're good. At what point did I start to feel pregnant? I think it probably wasn't until my second trimester where I finally started to feel pregnant. Anyone who asked me through my first trimester, like, how am I feeling? I'm like, I feel the same. I just felt like maybe I ate too many tacos or something. But it was sometime in my second trimester that I finally began to feel pregnant. Did we try IVF to get pregnant before this? Have I ever been pregnant before? Have I had any miscarriages? No, no, and no. leading up to this, we never tried any kind of fertility treatments. I I've never had a miscarriage, so I've never experienced that loss. Yeah, and this is my first pregnancy ever. So it's, I don't know, I think that's a little wild that nothing until now. But anyway, how far along am I? When is baby boy due? Baby boy was due on November 28th. Today is November 29th, which makes me 40 weeks and 1 day. Obviously, his plan was not to come early or to come on his due date. So we are in a waiting period now. He hasn't come yet. His due date was yesterday. My doctor doesn't want me to go too far past my due date because of my age, but I've had a really healthy pregnancy. So she allowed me to go like 4 days past my due date before I get induced. So if he doesn't come very soon, he's going to be encouraged to go ahead and come out. So we're just waiting at this point. What are some things we've done simply for memories or because we wanted to do it before pregnancy was over? We've taken pictures throughout it. I've written in a journal a little bit. But really these videos, I think, are the thing that has kind of become a way to document how I've been feeling during pregnancy. We've also been able to get a little video clip of all of the ultrasounds. So that's been really fun to capture. So video is kind of where we always go to document things. And so these videos are kind of part of that, is so I remember what it felt like during each trimester and leading up to him being here. And probably my favorite one I filmed was the first one talking about our journey to get to this point, because I think it's important to have that documented for him so he kind of knows what we went through waiting on him. How old am I now? I am currently 40 years old, and I am only a few weeks away from turning 41. He'll be born a few weeks before I turn 41. Somebody wanted to know, how am I doing? Am I happy? And what scares me most about having a child? I'm good. I'm doing great. I'm super happy. Like, I'm ecstatic. I think what scares me, and I actually mentioned this tonight to my husband, is loving something that seems so fragile so much. It's a good scary. It's not anything I'm frightened of. It's just, I think loving anyone can be a little bit scary because you're putting so much of your heart into that. I feel similar towards my family and my husband. So I think just like loving someone unconditionally is just a little bit scary, but it's also such a rewarding thing too. So I think that's the only thing I'm scared of, is just loving, but it's not something I'm frightened of. Someone asked also, it was the same person, asked, how's my husband doing and has he changed any behavior since I got pregnant? He's doing great. He is beyond ecstatic to be a dad, and he has been an amazing partner through this whole process. He's tried to maintain his excitement, or I guess not be so excited like a 10 the entire 9 months, but he's been pretty much like a 9.5. So he's been excited. Nothing's changed. He's his normal, loving, helpful self. He's a protector by nature, so he's been maybe extra protective in just wanting the best for me and baby. So he's amazing. He is so excited. So someone asked that they know this is a surprise pregnancy, but were we doing anything to track ovulation? No, we had given up on that a long time ago. The only thing I kept track of is my Apple Watch would tell me, like, you're going to start your period in a few days. And really that was just so I would know to have something with me. So if I started my cycle, I was ready for that. But as far as like trying to track ovulation and timing stuff with that, we had moved on from that a long time ago. So saying we weren't preventing anything from getting pregnant, but we weren't trying to get pregnant, it was a surprise, it was a complete surprise. Someone just kind of stated that it seems like my pregnancy went by really fast. Do I feel that way? Between the time we found out in March through October went by super fast. But as soon as November hit, everything came to like the slowest pace ever. I thought, oh, I'm going to the doctor every week. This is just going to fly by. No, November has been the longest month ever. But yes, overall, I feel like pregnancy has just flown by. Someone else is asking how I'm feeling emotionally. Am I in awe of God's miracle? Am I nervous? Am I still in constant disbelief? I'm feeling great emotionally. I definitely can tell as I get near the end of pregnancy, hormones are beginning to change because I am getting more emotional. I think just the anticipation of meeting him and combined with, I know my hormones are changing. So I'm doing great. I am more emotional, and I am still in awe of this gift that God's given us. It's still kind of hard to believe. I know I'm pregnant. I feel him. I know we're about to meet him, but it's still very surreal in a lot of ways. And I think I don't know, maybe that goes away one day, maybe it doesn't, but it's just, I'm still in complete awe that this experience is happening to us and we get to be parents. And I cannot wait to see his face and to hold him and all the things. I've loved every single step of this process, and that's just going to continue. The next question is just talking about how coronavirus is having an impact, or how I think it's going to have an impact on my postpartum. No new mother groups. How's it going to affect maternal and child health care visits? Will they be online? And just feeling isolated because of so many things being virtual now. Honestly, I haven't thought about it a ton. One, we're a little bit of homebodies anyway. We work from home, we hang out together, so I haven't really thought about it in that aspect. All of my doctor's offices are seeing patients in person, so that will still feel completely normal. All of our family lives really close, and we still see each other on a daily, weekly basis. So my core group of people who are important to me, it's going to be the same, coronavirus or no coronavirus. So I don't really think anything's going to be different. And honestly, if I had a winter baby any year, we would probably avoid people a little bit just because of flu and colds and all that stuff. I don't like being sick. So I don't think it's really going to change a lot for my current lifestyle. Do I plan on working part-time to spend more time with baby? No. My husband and I own our own business together, and so that is more of a lifestyle versus a job. So I plan on still being a key player in the business. We plan on still working. We're pretty lucky in the fact that we work from home and we travel a little bit for our work. So we have a really unique experience of getting to spend a lot of time with him. It's just going to take some new scheduling because we're going to have to kind of bounce back and forth of someone caring for him and one of us getting some work done, and back and forth of waking up early, maybe staying up late. So it's just finding our new routine in the day. But I don't know, we look forward to just figuring out what the new normal looks like in our life. But I still plan on working. I'm really passionate about what we do. I love our job and business and all of those things. So, but I'm lucky enough that I'm still going to get to spend a ton of time with him. So I don't have to worry about dropping him off at daycare every day. And I had mentioned our families live close by. So if we do need some time to really hunker down and get some work done, we have people that we trust who can look after him. Do I think my experience of pregnancy has been impacted by being over 35? No, but I also don't know any different. I think had I been pregnant earlier in my life, it wouldn't have gone as smoothly because I'm healthier now than I was in my 20s or 30s. So I think the timing of when we got pregnant was really good. because it's been during the time where I've paid attention to my health more than any other time in my life. So I think the impact probably is positive being my 40, being my 40, where I am in my life, than if I was younger. But I don't really have anything to compare it to. So will there be a nursery tour? What's in my hospital bag? Baby haul? Yes, some of that. So I will do a nursery tour at some point. Like I mentioned before, there's still a few things we're working on getting. So once I feel like everything's pulled together, I'll do a nursery tour. What's in my hospital bag? If I do that, it'll be after the hospital, about what I took and what was actually useful or what I wish I would have taken. With coronavirus, we get one bag to go to the hospital, one bag for me, Matt, and baby. And so I'm not really taking a ton. Our hospital, and also we're not allowed to take very much either. Like, I normally would probably take my birthing ball. They won't allow that, but they do have a birthing ball. So it's things like that. So I think I'm just going to probably film that afterwards on what was useful that I took and what I probably should have taken. But because of coronavirus, it makes it a little bit different than probably what I would have packed before. Okay, so the last question doesn't really have anything to do directly with pregnancy, but I know it's a question a lot of people have asked, so I will answer it. What happened? Where did I go for a few months in between filming videos? And so I had mentioned earlier in this video, my husband and I own our own business. So what happened, kind of a short story, long story short, at the beginning of the year when the pandemic happened and we found out we were pregnant, our business came to a screeching halt. Our business is not essential. So it gave me a lot of time to be pregnant, enjoy my pregnancy, which I actually find to be a blessing. And then the blessing happened on the opposite side, where God blessed us with a ton of business through the middle part of the year. And so when that happened, I really just focused on our company and our business and making money and being pregnant and just going through that experience. And so videos kind of got put on a back burner, but something I wanted to keep doing. It's just something I didn't have time to do. And so as my second trimester and third trimester begin wrapping up, it's something that I made time for. So I'm trying to figure out how to balance it all. It's very new to me. I didn't anticipate my channel growing. When I started my channel, it was a cooking lifestyle kind of channel. And right after I started it, we found out we were pregnant. So that became a different aspect of the video. And I've just been trying to figure out how to balance it all. How do I balance being pregnant? I'm about to become a new mom. I own our own business, which is ups and downs. I mean, sometimes we're completely swamped and then sometimes we have a chance to breathe. And then adding a YouTube channel on that. I'm not going to ever be perfect at it, but I'm definitely going to try to update more. I appreciate you guys joining me on this journey. I do respect your time, and I appreciate the fact that you care about us. So I do apologize if there was a long delay in there. It wasn't intentional. It was just 2020 and trying to figure out this new life. So hopefully you guys don't hold that against me. Thank you for your questions. This was actually really, really fun. Hopefully I answered everything. If I didn't, I mean, ask me. I'll answer a lot of things. Maybe not everything, but a lot. Thanks for hanging out. There'll be more videos, and I can't wait to update you guys as things continue to progress. I am 40 weeks and 1 day, so hopefully there will be a baby update very soon. Thanks for your time, guys, and see you later. Bye. I'm gonna need just a second. No. Start packing my bags. Yeah, I'm literally in labor doing videos to distract myself. So, early labor.